anytime, and we almost got Duke canceled last week, and I was like, hey, Duke touches people. And they changed. We almost got Duke canceled. But when I was looking at the wow, this is hilarious. Well, still, I said pull up Tyler because in my mind I was saying Biotish, but both of them Tyler. So
you want to Biotish?
I mean, it's cool. Leave him up there. Leave him up there. It's cool. I was thinking Biotish, but both of them Tyler. So you ain't wrong. I was so excited to see this clip, Will. Still, for one, we know who Duke is, but for two, I was just surprised as an ex-O-line coach to see how far technology has come. Mm-hmm. That little black doohickey that they holding on to, back in the day, it used to be a stick wrapped in tape. You know what I mean? And they'll make us hold it. We'll have a partner, and we'll be working like our leverages and things like that. And I was looking at a Will Steele. And let me just put this large on my screen so I can see. Let me tell you what almost made me cry, Will Steele. Keep this shit going. Don't even click off of it. Let me tell you what almost made me cry. If there's any impediment, I love the word impediment. Somebody look just like it was nuance. I love impediment now. If there was any impediment to Tyler Smith, or what's damaging his draft profile, right? It'll be his feet, it'll be his hands, it'll be his hat level, reactionary, shit like that. I look at this fucking drill, Will Steele. It's all in one drill, bro. It's all in one drill. Now, back in the day, it used to be a stick with tape tied around it, Will Steele. But all in one go, we're working on keeping our base, bending our knees, chest up. You want to bend at the knees and not the hips. You don't want to be leaning over, because if you lean over, the motherfucker on the other side will just pull you, and you'll just fall. If you're too far back, he'll push you. You got to stay balanced. You know what I mean? When the opposite person's moving left and right, you gotta keep your base wide. You gotta move your base and not cross your feet. And I'm looking at Tyler going, man, Tyler ain't do this at Tulsa. And I know it's somebody in the chat ready to overreact, ready to call Voch a homer, but you can look the film up. Tyler didn't do this. And now this is simply a drill. But shit, practice make perfect, goddammit. Get over yourself. And Will Steele. Back in the day, Tyler Smith, and I'm saying back in the day, like 6 months ago, but in Tyler's Tulsa film, Tyler's elbows will get flared out a little bit. And if your elbows flare out, your hands kind of flare out, and that'll get your hands up on the shoulders and shit, and you end up missing. Everybody sitting in their chair right now, like just anybody watching the show, just tuck your fucking elbows and extend your hands. Them shits naturally end up inside. It naturally ends up in chest plate. It naturally ends up where it needs to go. So I'm looking at the drill as opposed to Tyler. Look at Tyler's hands right there. Tyler with elbows wide, hands up. He's still got the block because he's that naturally talented. Hands in the wrong place, but he gonna finish the block anyway. Voch, why you so optimistic about Tyler Smith? Look at his blocking is not, his technique is not perfect, but he can still, because he has so much natural ability, deal with people. You mean to tell me Duke Manyweather? It's probably like Tyler's fourth session or something like that. Look at them hands. Terrible. This is Tyler's fourth session, right? And what this drill does, appreciate you, Will Steele. And what this drill does, it keeps Tyler's elbows tight.
Yeah.
It keeps his elbows tight. It keeps his hands in place. It keeps his knees bent. It keeps his base wide. We're reacting. If you pushing back on me, I push back on you. I almost shed an O-line tear. The one O-line tear, Will Steele. Because if that dude can keep doing that, put him at left tackle. Not this year. But if he keep doing that, not this year, not yet. Give him 2 or 3 more before his contract over. Will Steele, if there's any impediment to Tyler Smith, they working on it.
Yeah. They were fixable flaws, man. They weren't any. And here's the thing about it. I think once you get over I'm going back to draft time. Once you get over the fact that we didn't draft who we wanted, it wasn't like Tyler Smith was a 4th round draft prospect. They reached, quote unquote, for a 2nd round draft prospect, right? With raw talent and coachable flaws. And I think that's how they looked at it. And, man, it's looking like he's getting these hands together. From Bobby Belt talked about it. Nate talked about it. And we're seeing these drills. And if he gets his hands right, I think at guard, he's going to be at the very least, you're not going to get a downgrade from the guard position. And that's me being, even killed. But I think you'll get an upgrade.
Man, dog, Duke's so good, man. Duke, I didn't even know this machine existed. Like I said, I was back in the caveman days in 2010. Football just come such a long way. But I saw that, man. It just made me go, man. We let me shut up, Voch. Now pull up the other Tyler, which I'm much less excited about.
Why are you much less excited about that?
I didn't shed a tear at all. I didn't cry. I like, all right. Tyler Biadasz working on leverage. Whatever. Get up, scrub. And look, Tyler Biadasz, my son, we share the same number and everything, but beat it.
I'm actually a little more encouraged by it because he needs to be with Duke, right? He needs to show that year 3 development because I don't think they have a plan behind him in the sense of there isn't a veteran on the roster. Like Joe Looney, right? Joe Looney, we might hated him if he was the guy for 16 games, but hey, man, Jumbo Joe can get you a couple games if you need it, right? Ain't the case right now. You got some young bucks in there.
Yeah, but Joe Looney made me sick too. Joe Looney, I don't hate Joe Looney as much as I hate Suafilo.
Oh, well,
boy, I was sick of Joe Looney. But this is so. Look, don't get me mistaken. This is important for Tyler too, right? Not that I care about this drill. This is a leverage drill. It's a drive. It's just a shuttle drill or whatever, sled shuttle drill, whatever. Just less impressive. But Tyler Biadasz working with Duke Manyweather makes me feel good also.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big takeaway from this. Now, with the other clip, I'm like, yo, I see exactly what they doing. I see exactly what they trying to fix. This is a little less, nuance for me. This is just more so Tyler getting into work. But if there's any two dudes on this offensive line, Will Steele, that we would need the most improvement from, we need Tyler Smith to be ready. We need Tyler Biadasz to be ready. You know what I'm saying? So Terrence has some improvement to do too, but at least we've seen him play a whole season. Tyron Smith is Tyron until his body goes out. Zach is Zach. Biadasz has experience, but we want to see Biadasz take the next level. We want to see him take that next step. This is all I need from Biadasz. I don't need Biadasz to be Travis Frederick. He's not going to be that. But what I need is Biadasz to be a dude that's good enough to where I don't want to replace him in draft season. That's all we need from Tyler Biadasz. We don't need him to be amazing. And this is just Cowboy fans bothering shouting me, but the fact that we're even talking about Fournier or we're even talking about Alec Lindstrom or whatever, that's what I want Tyler Biadasz to be better than. Better to just kill that talk.
Kill that noise.
Kill that noise, man.
He's going to need to kill it from the front office. The front office brought up Fournier. Coach Philbin brought up Fournier. If I can give you some slight nuance to Tyler Biadasz from Big Duke, I remember last year he specifically talked about Tyler working with his offhand. He needed to improve his offhand as a center. You play center. You know what that offhand means. He said he was usually late with it and put in the wrong spot. So, that's the improvement you want to see. And I thought you did see a little bit of improvement as the year went on with Tyler Biadasz personally.
Sure. Offhands is more so of the balanced safety hand. You know what I mean? Like okay, so like if you've been watching Sack School, I always tell the pass rushers to attack the outside hand or the offhand because that's or whatever direction that you're going, which will end up be this one if you're going outside. You need to be strong in both hands. You need to be strong, like whether you're punching simultaneously, whether you're punching and recovering. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you doing, you need to be evenly efficient with both hands or whatever. So, hey, man, Duke, man, listen, I'm O-line guy, and I appreciate being y'all's O-line guy, but I look at Duke like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gracious for what you was doing.